Warning. This show may contain offensive content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Engines were ablaze, cameras rolling hard in a wild twisted maze. Lever stealing fire, the open roads are thrown. Back in life televised for breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace for the fall. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our very dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. With HardWire, the crowd screams the name, chasing down the shadow for a ticket to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode gets better, we're here to survive. Some dust till dawn, we're the kings of this road. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our family dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the fear. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey, welcome to Hittin with HardWire. Sorry about the technical issues and the show going on late. I feel like crap. I got a cold, having technical difficulties. I got this brand new setup, and I got this brand new Dell 4K monitor as my center monitor in here. And the center monitor, for some reason it keeps going dark, so I called Dell. Shipped me out without arguing with me. I'll give it to Dell. They sent me another one, next day it to me in a box. I thought they sent me a new one. They instead sent me a refurbished one, and I hooked it up, and it was doing exactly the same fucking thing. I messed with my computer, uninstalled some updates and whatnot, and after messing with it for a while, I was able to get it to stay on. So I thought maybe something was going on with the software, and I was able to get it to stay on. And I come down to do the show, and it wouldn't stay on again. And I tried to do the show for my other two monitors, and being that this is a 4K monitor, everything was out of whack. I have the newest updated NVIDIA Studio drivers. I uninstalled the newest update, rolled it back to an older update, and it seemed to stay on for a minute. And then I installed the new one again, restarted the computer, and it seems to be staying on. I don't know what the fuck its problem is. I have no idea. It's something to do with this. And I guess I asked Gemini to do a search around on the internet, see if it could find anybody else that's having issues with these Dell monitors. And it turns out it seems that there is some kind of an issue with these monitors. It's not the graphics card. It's a brand new graphics card. and I could unplug it and hook it up to the other monitors, and everything works fine. And it's working fine now. The other two monitors will work fine, and I can't figure it out. It was working just fine until last week. So I still seem to be in the dark as to what's going on with it. There seems to be some sort of an issue with a newer Windows update and NVIDIA having a problem between the two of them, but my other monitors aren't doing it, so it's something to do with it not getting along very well with whatever software is in this Dell monitor. I assume it has to be, because like I said, they shipped me another monitor, even though it is a refurbished monitor. It's doing exactly the same thing my new one was. And I just have a hard time believing I have two bad monitors. So if I sound funny, I apologize. I got the Rona again. I was debating on whether or not to do the show. I was going to not do the show, but I was so excited because I finally got the outro video done, and I wanted to show you guys. I don't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about. I just really wanted to let you know I had the Rona again. It hit me on Friday like a ton of bricks. And I felt like absolute garbage the last 2 days. It comes and goes. I felt a little better earlier today, and then it's getting bad again, where this evening I'm just not doing good. I did have it once before in 2022, but it turns out any immunity or whatever you might have had wears off after about a year. But it didn't kill me then, so I'm hoping it don't kill me now, even though I've got like a zillion, what do they call it, comorbidities or whatever. I'm fat, I got high blood pressure, you name it. I got just a whole slew of them. And it's been making my whole body hurt. And I got back issues, and it's making my back worse. Yeah, we took tests. It's definitely the Rona, unfortunately. If it's anything like it was last time, it sucked really bad, and I was sick for a while, but it wasn't any worse than a really, really bad cold. And so far, it does suck, but it's not much different than a really bad cold so far, other than I feel like absolute hot garbage. My old lady had it, and I tried to tell her to stay the hell away from me for a little while, and she didn't listen. She hardly ever listens, and then she just says, well, I didn't think it was the Rona. I'd like to think it'll never whoop me, but you never know. And excuse me. I'd like to show it to you before I actually leave, because I want to get your opinion on it. If I wait till I leave to play the outro video, I won't know what you think of it. So I would like to play it for you and get your opinion. If you don't mind, I will play it, and you can tell me what you think. And then I know Dr. Harley doesn't like my intro. He told me, he's the one that told me, because I did get his opinion the very first time when I very first did the first one, and he said it was too long. But I do get compliments on it, and I also get people that say it's too long. All right, I'll play it for you. me see.
The echoes fade, the mic runs cold, the session's done, the raw truth told. Another blessing through the wire, fueled by that 1% of fire. You've heard the facts, you've seen the signs. HardWire's cut between the lines for the insane wheels family and none who dare to see. You were hitting it with HardWire till the final crashing beat. Yeah, hitting it with HardWire. Truth and power can't be beat. A massive thanks for watching, for tuning in and being real. From hitting it with HardWire, know exactly how we feel. The world keeps spinning, news keeps breaking. No time for sleep, no time for faking. He'll be back here, same damn place, to stare the chaos in the face. Keep your eyes open, mind aware, breathe that unfiltered rebel air. The fight continues day by day to blow the damn corruption away. So spread the word, let the message ride across the digital divide. HardWire signing off tonight, but armed and ready for the fight. Heads up, stay strong.
All right, that was it. It's only a minute long, but believe it or not, there's a lot going on in there. I don't know. You've seen me come in on the one side and kind of wave, and then, but if you didn't see the old Mr. Trump's down there in the corner with the wrestling, putting the wrestling moves on me and pins me for the count. And then over in the other corner in the next one, me and Donald Trump's head banging. And then in the next one, in the little corner there, it's a little harder to see because of the words, but it's me and Donald Trump, and then Speedy Gonzalez is running by, and we're shooting at him. I just thought that was so hilarious. I'd laugh so hard.
Shit.
When I was doing that, I go, oh man, that is so funny. I said, I wonder if anybody else will think it's as funny as I do. I just about died. I was like, that's great. Oh, I thought that was so hilarious. Believe it or not, there's a lot of work that went into that little 1 minute clip. But and I warned Carney, he's not in here. I warned him. I had to take the picture. I didn't have a video him to put in there, so I took a picture off his Facebook, cut it out, and kind of green screened it and put it in there. Yeah, all the animations. I went into, I think it was Grok, and did the animations, but I had to I had to try to get the animations on a green screen so that I could turn around and put it over top. So there's a bunch of different layers there. There's the original video. There's the things going on the sides are on a different layer. This side was a layer, this side was a layer, and then the titles were a layer. There's a lot of different things kind of all going on. No. Believe it or not, it's a lot of work. Even getting that 1 minute, and then the intro took me a long time too. There's a lot of clips, and especially when you do like an intro video, it's like a music video, and then everything's a little like 6 seconds of a clip here, clip there, clip here, clip there, and then you render it and do the titles, and then the titles all have different settings in there, and I'm just learning the software too, so as I pick things up and I'm doing it, it's a lot of work. If I was just doing plain, even if you're just doing plain video, you got to run through all kind. I know editing video is a lot of work because, like I say, I used to when I was in high school. Except I did it the old-fashioned way with VHS tapes. But you got to. If you start out with a song, like you're making a music video or anything, and you got a song or anything in there, you're going to burn that song out before you're done because you'll hear it a million times because you're rewinding and replaying and rewinding and replaying. And then you're going through footage and you're rewinding, going through footage, and you're going through this footage and that footage, and there's a lot to it. So anybody that's never done it, appreciate those. That do because it is a pile of work, and I kind of that's what I did most of my senior year in high school is I got high and made music videos. That was most of my senior year in high school. But I was really excited to show that to everybody. I didn't plan out I never really planned my shows that much, but being that I had the Rona and I'm not feeling good, I was planning on trying to keep the show short today. And then, like I say, I'm having issues with this fucking monitor, and I still don't know what's going on with it. I managed to get it to work right now, but I'll guarantee you I'll come down tomorrow and it won't be working again. And I don't know. I didn't have no issues until recently. So it's something that's happened recently. And I uninstalled some Windows updates. And they all got reinstalled and it's working fine again. There's no explanation for it. Gemini said that I'm not the only one having issues, so it's some kind of a fight back and forth, I think, between NVIDIA and Windows, NVIDIA drivers and Windows drivers. My question is whether or not they know it's a problem and what the hell I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not having issues with my Asus monitors. It's just this fucking Dell monitor, and it's something to do. Gemini said it's good evening, Miss Lotus. They have to do what's called a handshake when it turns the monitors off and on, and for some reason it's just not cooperating with these Dell monitors. It's good to see you, Miss Lotus. You don't usually stop in here. It's good that you stopped in. I appreciate it. I got the Rona again. I managed to avoid it. Well, I mean, I told my old lady, I said, I wish you hadn't just taken that I wish she hadn't even taken a test because I would have just thought I had a cold. That's the bad thing. Is for all I know, fucking last winter when I had a cold, it might have been Rona. Fuck, I don't know. You never know. That's all taking that test did was make me paranoid. But the only difference that I've noticed between this and the cold, at least as far as what I've noticed when I had it last time and this time, is it comes on way faster and harder than a regular cold. Other than that, it seems to be about the same, at least so far. And hopefully it don't stick around very long. I already called off work for tomorrow, so I'm not going to work tomorrow. What's up, Metal Gear? Good to see you too, man. Yeah, I'm battling off the Rona. But the bad thing is, the older you get, the harder it's going to be to get over this shit.
Shit.
And I have been, since I got this new graphics card, been working on trying to install personal LLMs, which are AI video and picture programs that you could run on your computer, so you don't have to get harnessed down by like VO, Gemini, and all them have real steep subscription prices if you don't want to get, and they still have pretty strict content censorship. And when you run them on your own computer, you don't have to be, you're not censored or limited. I'm working on all that. I haven't really got it to work very good yet. I had to order another book. It uses this shit called Comfy UI, and it's a clusterfuck, to be honest. You run these different nodes, and you got to connect them by little strings. And I couldn't watch a video that tells me how to hook the little strings up and whatnot, but I don't like that. I'm a stickler for understanding why it's doing that. I want to know why it's doing it. So I got a book coming that's hopefully going to explain it to me. That way I can understand what I'm doing. To just watch a video that tells you slap this here and connect this to this and click go, and you don't have any clue why you're doing it, then you never get really good at it because you don't understand what you're doing. So that's why I'm trying to learn. You're never too old to learn new things. I like learning new things. I learn new things all the time. Have you heard of this? Been watching a bunch of new videos about this. Called Claudebot, or what the hell they renamed it to Moltbot, and it's this little bot thing that's kind of like Gemini, but you can install. I'm not doing it. It sounds handy. It could coordinate between all your different apps, and you have to give it pretty much unrestricted access to your computer. But these things are getting online, and they're talking to each other, and they made their own like Claude bot book or something like Facebook, and they're all just these bots that people have, and they're communicating back and forth and posting in there to like get answers to problems that they're having. And I watched a video of somebody talking about it last night. This show I like to watch, shout out to him too. It's Tyler TV, at Tyler TV on YouTube. Yeah, Carney, I showed the new outro earlier to get everybody's opinion on it, and your little snippet that I stole from your Facebook or your picture. I told you I was going to do it. It's in there in the outro. I showed it a little bit ago because I wanted to get everybody's opinion on it. It's not real long, but it was a lot of work. When you see it, pay close attention because there's a lot going on in there. There's stuff going on this side and stuff going on this side, and there's a lot going on. Shit, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, let's try a shout out to at Tyler TV on YouTube. He's just a YouTuber, and he does some debates and political commentary too, and seems like a pretty good batch of people over there on his channel, and they're pretty much politically aligned about like most of us are. But he doesn't. He if you listen to all of his opinions, he's pretty much aligned the same way we are. But he doesn't like to say he subscribes to any one particular line of thinking, which is kind of the way I am, in a way. But if you get a chance, stop over there sometimes, give him a subscribe, and that at Gen X Thinks, I've been over there hanging out with them guys. They're a pretty good batch of people over there. Their shows are a lot like mine. This place to hang out and bullshit with people. Those are the kinds of ones I like. some of the, like I go over and watch Andrew over on the Crucible, but you can't interact with him really. His channel, it's not his fault necessarily. His channel's so fucking big, and that shit goes by so fucking fast. I like the kind of smaller YouTube shows where you could interact with people, and you could talk and chat and hang out. Yeah, he was on Rogan the other day. I watched it. I didn't find it real substantive. If you watch Rogan or you watch him, you pretty much knew their whole conversation was about the same kind of stuff that they both talk about all the time, and it wasn't really... Yeah, well, depends on what you're in it for, I guess. If you're more in it for the money, then you succeed at getting money. But if you're in it because you enjoy this kind of vibe, then... But the question is, once everybody knows who you are and they start watching you, how do you get back to the... You can't really. Once you get across that Rubicon, it's kind of hard to go back. It's really hard. It's a fine line to walk, and I don't really know how you can do it. Apart from Andrew couldn't really get away with it though. I could say he could try to start another separate channel without as many people on there if he liked that kind of thing. But I'll guarantee you, once they figure out who he is and where he's at, poof, they'll all be over there. And then it will just, it's hard. There's no real, once you get across a certain point, there's no way back, I don't think. It's like a lot of big country music singers have tried to have them, like, I forget what they call it. In writing, it's called I think it's called a ghostwriter, where you give yourself an actual different name, and you try to release stuff under a different name. Hank Williams did it under Luke the Drifter, but everybody caught on. Certain people you can't hide the way you sound. For a singer, that's really hard to do. What's up, Charles? Mr. Darwin? Oh, because you're down under. I heard that there's a bunch of problems over in Australia, and I haven't followed the news enough to know what the hell people are talking about. What the hell's going on over there? Charles, you fill me in as much as you can in a message, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. It's probably just a bunch of political upheaval seems to be going on everywhere, I guess. Happening everywhere, all across the country at the moment. Shit, I dropped that. Well, if I didn't have the show, I would have missed you guys. I seem to always have the show no matter what. I try to. I think I'd done one other show whenever I was really sick, but I think I was only on there for 15 minutes or so. It was creeping me out. Last night I was having such a hard time. I went out and woke the old lady up and asked her to come down and hang out with me because I didn't want to hang out by myself. Say, oh, HardWire, you big wuss. Yeah, it is what it is. I got a little creeped out, and I didn't want to hang out by myself. I don't know what the hell's doing that. I noticed that started recently, too. I can hear sounds like something getting plugged in and unplugged. You know how your computer does that doo-doo, doo-doo? When something plugs in? Like I just scooted around and looked down here and I heard it. That's not normal. Something's not right with my computer. Sounds like something's loose. The only thing I jiggled was my microphone cord. My microphone cord ain't hooked to my computer, so that shouldn't make it do nothing. I got a ghost in here or something, that's what it is. There's a spirit in here fucking with me. It doesn't help that I ain't giving this shit up either. It's supposed to help sanitize your insides, right? So it'll chase away the Rona. That's the way I look at it. It'll help chase the Rona away. It'll disinfect my lungs. You believe that? Over the summer, though, I was smoking a bit more, but I'm back to maybe one cigarette a day again. Mostly vaping. Oh, I asked Charles what was going on. Basically, your government is fucking idiots, huh? Fuck, man. That seems like a everywhere thing. You know what they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Oh. I don't know. I haven't been doing that. Like, I never smoked it anyway. Or don't like smoking it. Where'd Doc go? Did he leave? Fuck, Doc, did I bore you to death? Everybody left. I can't see I used to be able to see how many people was in here. I ain't figured out how to put that up anywhere yet. I gotta get down here and fiddle fart around with this stuff more. Just after spending all day at work, I want to come down here and do some stuff. My old lady wants to hang out upstairs. She don't like coming down here. And then I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't get to hang out with her as much. So I don't come down here as much as I ought to. I come down here a good bit working on that intro and outro music. Damn it. The intro and outro music thing to get that done. And it took me a while. You can ask my old lady. I work a lot of hours figuring that damn thing out.
Shit.
It's been a lot of frustration. And it's DaVinci Resolve and all them. It's got a pretty steep learning curve. Especially for an old fuck like me who was used to using VHS tapes. When you stare at it so much and I don't know. You know what they say, you're your own worst critic at anything. Music, art. And I've always been that way. I used to write poetry whenever I was younger, and I used to be an artist, believe it or not. I was voted the best artist in the school when I was in school, which was a surprise because I figured for sure that would be an award go to some preppy fuck instead of me. And because, you know, the same circle of kids always won all the same shit. It was always a popularity contest, and somehow I got voted the best artist in the school, and I was one of them middle of the road people. I was neither popular preppy nor was I like really considered a hood or whatever they called them whenever we was in school. I was kind of just in the middle. I got along with pretty much everybody. The ones that, although I was subject to getting picked on a lot by the ones that always like to pick on people. I was a pretty big kid, though, and for the most part, was able to stick up for myself. More physical copies, please. Of what? What I miss? Oh, I'll take some heat. It was negative 17 fucking degrees the other day. Negative 17. I can't remember for the life of me. I don't ever, like, specifically recall it ever being that cold around here. Ever. That's like Arctic bullshit, man. It's crazy. I do apologize for going on so late. Like I said, I was between the Rona and the technical difficulties and everything else. I was going to just cancel the show altogether for this week because of me being sick, but I don't think I ever have. I've always rescheduled it no matter what. I've tried to always do a show every week. And I was so excited to show everybody that new ending to the show that I felt like I just had to do a show this week. I wanted to do it. I wanted to say hi to everybody. I wanted to show you the new outro video. I'm ready. If I could afford to, I'm ready to move south somewhere warmer. I really am. I am tired of this bullshit. But I've got so many bills and, like a truck payment, I got a camper payment, and I've got all these payments, man, so I have to have something lined up in order to move south. So that way I don't miss a lick, I can keep my payments. What's up, Gary? That way I don't miss any payments on anything. I don't want to lose anything. I value my crap too much. I like having my crap, and it's almost all my stuff's being paid for. So I like it, like having my junk. I did had to try to explain to Dell when I called them about this monitor. They was like, "Is this about your laptop?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's something that like was part of a settlement that they're working on, like because it's outstanding, like they're working on settling that debt, like a debt management program or something that I'm part of." And they're working on settling that debt. I'm like, it's got nothing to do with that. This is completely separate. I just bought this. I haven't even had it for a month. I bought it at Walmart. And unfortunately, I always keep all my boxes, and the box for this fucking monitor must have got mixed in with all the Christmas boxes and got thrown away, so I don't have the damn box for it anymore. Or I would just return the fucking thing to Walmart and get my money back and buy a different brand or something. This monitor's been a pain in the ass. But like I say, I talked to Gemini about it and had Gemini look around the internet, all over the interwebs, had it scour the internet, and I said, search around everywhere you could find to search the forums and every place and see if there's a common issue with these things. And it said December and January, it's been a common complaint that people have been having problems with their monitors the last couple of months, especially the Dells, which tells me that it's probably something to do with the software that's built into the monitor Something to do with their firmware or something. I'm not willing to go without a monitor long enough to figure it out. I got other monitors, but that just doesn't work with my setup. I built everything around this fucking monitor, having this nice. It's a 4K monitor, but it's meant to be the main screen for my video editing, so I could have one good monitor to see what the actual color is, the actual output is, and the other monitors are like secondary monitors. They're not as important. The other monitors are just meant for preview monitors, which aren't as important. Glad there ain't nobody over there. Ah, fuck. Spreading the Rona everywhere, man. I sent the old lady went down to the vape store earlier to get me some more coils for my vape. She goes, "You want to run down there?" I says, "Oh, man, I don't really want to spread the Rona to people." She goes, "Fuck it." People get it anyway. I'm like, "Yeah, but what if there's some old lady in there or something? I don't want to be responsible for killing some old woman or something, you know? I don't want to be responsible for that. Like there's a whole lot of really old 90-year-old women going into the vape store or something, you know?" But she was nice and went for me. She's the one that gave it to me, but she ain't contagious anymore. She shouldn't be. She's been sick for over 10 days, and they said that you're not really contagious anymore after like a week or something. That's one of the reasons why I worry about going to work, because one of the other engineers is an old fucker. He's a cool old fucker, but I don't want to be responsible for him getting sick and end up croaking or something. I would feel horrible. Oh, fuck. Hey, Carney, you still in here? Or did you take off? I know you're busy. I was hoping you'd stick around till the end so you could see my outro video there and my new video I've been working on. I showed it to everybody towards the beginning so I can get opinions on it, you know, because I didn't want to wait till the end to show the new outro video, because then I couldn't get opinions, what people thought of it. Yeah, I've not had a good. That's a lot of places, man. I worked one place where around here and where I live at, we have a lot of Guatemalans. And you would think like a lot of the illegals would like kind of like stick out for each other or whatever, or people that in the Spanish-speaking world would like stick together or whatever, but that's not. They're like Mexicans hate Guatemalans, and what is it? Puerto Ricans, and I have a friend that's like Salvadorian, and they don't like the Puerto Ricans or something. That's like the whole Spanish world. They all hate each other. Hardly any of them get along down there, and I guess you can't really say anything because there's a lot of that. I don't know. There's a lot of that all over the place. But it's the one thing about us Americans is I guarantee you, like if World War III breaks out tomorrow, I really think that a lot of us are arguing could put a lot of that behind us. And unfortunately, sometimes I think bad things is the only thing that's going to bring us together. But Americans stick together. And that's one of the things in the past that used to keep everybody like patriotic and keep everybody kind of on the same page. As every so often there'd be something bad happen or some kind of war or something that kept people together and not forgetting, you know, who you are, where you're from. Unfortunately, there's been so, I don't want to say I don't like peace. I do like peace, but that's one of the things that when there's not something like war or bad things that happen, then people start finding the dumbest, most minute things to fucking argue about. Because some people just feel like they have to fucking find things to argue about and find things to fight for when there's nothing else to fight for. They just start finding shit, and some of them pick the dumbest shit to fight for. Like most of the left right now, they're fucking fighting for some of the dumbest fucking shit. Man. And you would really, you would think they care more about fucking illegal immigrants than they do their own country. I mean, that's just fucking terrible. You'd think a lot of these issues that we're having ought to be like, Americans ought to be able to come together on it because it's what's best for America. But man, the left just seem like they don't like America. They just seem to want like one world people, and they don't want there to be any country. Yeah, the old lady's on 10s. She's got to get up really early in the morning. I got to be getting off here anyway. I wasn't planning on having a very long show tonight because, like I said, being sick and all. With having the Rona and all that shit, I wasn't planning on the show's already longer, and I was going to have it. I was just going to come on, like, say hi and show everybody the outro and bail on everybody. But I always enjoy talking to you guys so much. And it actually has helped me feel a little bit better. Thank you, guys. I've been pretty miserable this weekend, and talking to you guys helped me feel a little bit better. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I do. I love each and every one of you. And if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you next Sunday. I love all of you, and God bless.
The echoes fade, the mic runs cold, the session's done, the raw truth told. Another blessing through the wire, fueled by that 1% of fire. You've heard the facts, you've seen the signs. HardWire's cut between the lines for the insane Wheels family and all who dare to see. You are hitting it with HardWire till the final crashing beat. Yeah, hitting it with HardWire. Truth and power can't be beat. A massive thanks for watching, for tuning in and being real. From hitting it with HardWire, know exactly how we feel. The world keeps spinning, news keeps breaking. No time for sleep, no time for faking. He'll be back here, same damn place, to stare the chaos in the face. Keep your eyes open,